All right, what's up, everyone? It's Ryan and Josh. We're here at my house. It's our last day of the trip, and we decided just to go through some really cool weaponry I just happen to have, and we're gonna get some hot takes and just kind of give our thoughts on everything.
It's very nice.
Yeah, anything to say before we start?
I had something, but nope, we got it. Let's go. Let's roll.
All
Let's
right.
see these axes and knives and
Let's
such.
start with this one. So this is a Throw Club hatchet. This one, what do you think of this one, Josh?
I think that's the best little whipper that you got because it's real compact and you can get that thing flipping so fast by just in the handle. That little hook at the end for the spins, like you could be like less than a meter and just smack that thing right over to just get that real thing. And then Brian also reminded me yesterday that it can stick at this angle. So here's the
it's like
wood,
protruding.
boom. It can stick at this angle, which is pretty cool for an axe like of this size, because that's also like you can get the nose spin. That's wild, but that spinning it is just quick.
Yeah,
And it hasn't broken yet, so
It does have this weird
it's got a
wear
good thing.
from the head, like
yeah.
messing with the wood. And it came with this tassel that we took off. It was just a safety
more of a
hazard
danger.
of catching it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we got that one. Why
Don't
don't you
throw
grab
things that have loops on them. This axe, oh man, I should have saved this one. The mummy, I'm gonna call it just for now, because that's the first thing that came to mind. For me personally, this axe was always cool, dude.
So this axe, a quick story about it. My parents, or my grandfather bought a cabin in Tahoe in the 60s, and this was already there.
Wow.
So this is an extremely old, kind of like a family heirloom that I found when I got into axe and knife throwing, and this is one of my favorite pieces that I have for its uniqueness, and you never have to worry about it breaking with a wood handle and such. So yeah, this one is, it has some battle scars, but it's a great one.
It's been around. It's seen a thing. It had a handle for a short period, like half a day.
So having another axe here, we got this big tomahawk style from Throw Club. This one is really fun. Probably one of my favorites by them in general of all their axes and knives. It's pretty tall, so you can throw from really far and get those full spins without having to. The problem with one like this is it spins so fast. I don't really enjoy the rotation, the feeling of it. What do you think of this one?
I like this one a lot. Definitely the favorite of Throw Club so far. With the recent knives, though, it is a close second. But as far as axes, this one 10 out of 10, just based on. I'm not gonna pop this off because actually it's in there really good right now.
Yeah.
But the fact that this handle has held up as good as it's held up, and for how much and how hard you can smack this thing, you could chop wood with this and be confident in it as well. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a throwing axe. Like this is also a good axe, just overall, because this head, for this steel, how it's been doing, and what it is, it's ripping, dude.
Hell yeah.
That head's not going anywhere. Like that thing is, no damage in what, few months, like almost a year now.
Then we have this axe. I don't really know.
We won't name them. Just
But
this axe.
this one's pretty damaged, as you can see.
Yeah.
It got chopped and it's cracked here. And the head is wobbly.
Yeah. The only bad thing about this axe is that the head came damaged. So the head is great, which is I'm excited for mine because I have one of these too at home, and I'm excited for mine to replace my handle. But when I got mine, my handle wasn't secured properly, and even with this one, it's not either. If an axe is like this, everybody don't throw it unless you're a professional and you're trying to break the handle, because this thing is just...
Its days are numbered.
Its days are numbered. It's surprising that it actually held on so well yesterday when we were throwing it, even with that rocking. But you, the viewer, don't do that.
All right, next, let's keep going on the axe train.
This one's good.
Give us a rundown on that one.
Yeah,
Josh.
this one is a CRKT. This one's called Woods Kanji. And it's RMJ design. This one's actually really high quality. This steel is a 1055 carbon steel. And this is what I got you this. I bought myself one and I got you one for your birthday, right? Was it?
I think so.
Yeah, it was a birthday
Something like that,
present.
yeah.
And me and Peter, we actually, hope this shows up in the video. It should with the glints.
Give it some angles,
Yeah,
that'll probably help.
Yeah, that'll help a lot. So you can see that the Danger's Edge logo is on the tip on the axe head of it. And you got a little bit of Danger's Edge insignia on there as well. Hopefully that shows up. But mine is a little, I have like a J on mine. I added a little extra on this side. But it's that thing. I think it just needs to be a little bit sharper. But with the spike, it's like you can hit anything with that spike.
I only like the spike for underhand because it's then it carves up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one's fun.
I like it.
Great axe.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna speed round some knives because we show a lot of knives. So I want your quick hot takes. Ready?
Yep.
So these are the Throw Club Frigid Swords. What do you think of these real quick?
10 out of 10 because they do throw like my other knives that I'm used to. So I would say, like, if you're looking for a knife, a throwing knife that throws like a throwing knife, and you're just starting out and you like, you're trying to find something you like, I can guarantee you that you wouldn't be mad about those. Period.
Yeah, those ones are probably my favorite of the Throw Club series that we've been given so far. These are the newest ones they've given us. These are the Venus. These are also 10-inch. What do you think of these ones?
Venus are actually my new favorite, personally. So
Yeah,
the Venuses are now my favorite because those throw even better than the Frigid Sword.
I like it a lot.
The straight back really lends itself for the half spin, full spins. Like, can I grab one of these? For the full spins for these, it's like that handle. Like I grip way down here when I'm trying to whip it faster, but like you have a lot of space here to really adjust that spin. And then just for the no spins, you can throw it this way, and then you can also throw it backwards. If you get this backwards angle with the no spin, you can get some darts, but I've been darting it, just as easy like this. But I know some people like to push up, which changes it. So,
Yeah, I really do like this one. I just haven't honestly given it a lot of time.
I threw those a lot yesterday.
The way this looks. I like symmetrical knives more personally.
These almost look like a lightsaber to me, too, the Frigid Swords.
Yeah.
Kind of give me that kind of lightsaber hilt, with the handle apart.
So the next ones here are my favorite throwing knives. These are the Sureflight 12-inch. And I call these the pins because when you put them like this, they look like bowling pins on top. These are my favorite budget knife. They're great for cost effectiveness, and since they're symmetrical, you can throw pretty much every type of throw. And they're really good for doubles because they layer so well. So those are definitely one of my favorites. What do you think of these ones, Josh?
I just want to point this one out because it's pack-a-punched, as you can see. But yeah, these knives, for the viewers, I actually recommend these because these ones, personally for me, are like throwing on easy mode because you can throw every single type of throw with these and they're not going to be different, basically. Like you know what you're getting with these, and you can throw every single type of throw, no spin, half spin. You can even play with different types, just based on how they are, and they really are.
They're like $12 a knife too, so you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
I have my original pair here for like last 3 years.
Yeah, they just also they are just tanks though, like really tanks.
So moving on, these are by Magnum Boker. They're called the Zeal 2. And these knives to me are very interesting. They're 13-inch, so they're even bigger.
Yeah.
And what I like about them is they're symmetrical, but I don't like these holes in this line. It's like this cosmetic thing compromising quality and
Keep
form.
the change, you
I like them for half spin and full spin, but no spin, I'd rather throw anything else almost. It's just a strange loft, I guess.
If you are getting into new, bigger knives, these are your introduction, period. To be honest, though. Because, again, it's that price point. You know what I mean? A lot of people, are just
I think it's $75 for 3, so they're
so
2.5 of these for one of those.
Exactly, where it's if you are just getting out to bigger knives and you want to see how you feel about them, these as well are throwing on easy mode where you can, you saying, it's I don't really like to throw no spin, but that doesn't mean you can't throw no spin with these. You know what I mean? So, and these are also one of those ones that you can try all the different things out. And with these holes, a caveat to those holes is that if you are learning again, it will help you remember exactly where you're at. If you remember that hold where you were at, especially for, you can even remember where you're at with using the holes for that half spin or full spin, and then just really remember for that other half spin to keep your thumb in the center.
One thing I don't like about these about that is that this knife gets a lot of burrs. I've gotten really bad cuts from burrs, and the thing is now you can get burrs from half spin. In this slot, I can feel ripples of your half spin. Now your thumb gets a splinter. So yeah, I mean, I throw them. They're fun. They have their place. That's about all I can say about them.
Yeah.
This next one is one of my favorites in recent throwing sessions. Is the Condor Dismissal. This is a lot like these as well, but it's very sleek. It's like the smoothened down version. It's also a 12-inch, as you can see. It does have the holes in that line again, but they're both smaller. so it doesn't bother me as much. The only thing about this knife that is interesting, that's also true of some of these, is that it has a live blade. So if you're throwing tactical, you do kind of want to not press super hard. You will cut your finger. So that's kind of like a loss there in some ways, but yeah, it works great, and it's got a nice rounded edge as opposed to these square boxy knives. So some people like that.
Yeah, with both of these, I feel like they would be advantaged if they both had that rolled kind of edge to them. You know, like both of these guys, if they had that rolled edge, you wouldn't get those burrs as much. You know, because it would glint off and it wouldn't, you know, actually create them.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, I like it. I like this one. I've shown it this.
I think you should get one of those.
Yeah.
The Condor.
Yeah, these
it's
are
a great throwing knife.
Yeah, these are also really solid. Like it's big.
And the black will keep it from rusting. Like these ones here are gonna, I constantly have to like brush them with like a metal toothbrush because they're just vulnerable to rust so easily. So it's kind of unfortunate that they have some like maintenance that's why I paint these ones red. So it's like easy to find them and I don't have to worry about the rust as much. Moving on, this is a knife from Kislar. I don't remember the name of it, but I call it the Trojan. Is this the Leppenstock? Oh, okay.
The Leppenstock.
Well, I call it the Trojan because it looks like if it was jumbo size, it looked like the Trojan sword in Troy.
Oh yeah.
Just a cool. I love symmetrical knives. As you can tell, a lot of these are symmetrical, and I just like the balance point and the versatility in throwing technique. You're not like fighting against yourself. Like knives like this, throwing at half spin, it's not symmetrical in your hand, and that's something I think about. I just don't want to think about that when I'm throwing. You know. What do you think of this knife?
These Leppenstocks are phenomenal for, again, like you're getting a really high quality grade steel with this. And you know, it's again one of those things where it's like once your price point is a little bit higher, you're stepping into those, you know, where
this might have been like $40 for this one.
Exactly. It goes up to the $40 a knife, where it's like, you know, you can get 3 of these pretty much and still have money for lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So with this, it's like you get that high quality, and these throw like the pins, but they're a lot heavier.
It's 10-inch too, so it's smaller. It's gonna turn over faster.
Yeah.
So I actually hate throwing these with these because I always miss this one because I'm so used to like the style of that one, and it's the shorter part. Yeah. Also, I hate this one for no spin. It's really good for full spin and half spin, in my opinion.
I can throw this one every type of way. I enjoy these ones, but not as much. Like I wouldn't want to pick this up versus my leaders or, you know, even one of these guys. I actually.
You like the thinner knives. I like the thicker tongue ones.
Yeah.
Just different preference.
Yeah, different preference.
All right, moving on. We have one of my favorite weapons to bring to the range, and that is this machete. You've probably seen it in a few of the videos. It's a good flare for clickbait and such. This was a $30 machete on eBay. I still have the listing somewhere. I kept it because I wanted to get another at some point. But this one has been so good. Yeah. I bought another like $20 machete, and that one broke the first throw. And this one had a wood handle, so I took that off and kind of electrical taped it, and it's honestly like been the best. Yeah, this thing is a full spin machine.
Yeah,
super fun.
I can do this all day.
Definitely some crazy bounce backs. You got to be ready on your toes with this guy because it will surprise you.
This is a live edge, okay?
Yeah.
Don't hold live edges, everybody. It's just a recipe for disaster. But this thing does rip, dude. I like the full spin, you know, like when you get the wiggle.
Yeah, it sticks in and wobbles.
Yeah, but this thing has held up so freaking nice. And it being stainless steel too, I'm a huge fan of the stainless steel, you know what I mean? And I think I always will be, just because of the glint of it. And, and I know I don't have to worry about, you know, I know it's a harder steel too. That's the main reason for it, for me. It's like the hard.
All right, moving on to some more exotic stuff. We'll start out with this slingshot. Oh man. So this slingshot I actually found on the mountain bike trail that you probably see me and Josh ride. Videos coming when it's out. I found this at the top of the trail in the bushes. And I was like, whoa. And so I just started shooting some rocks, and it worked like a charm. So I packed it out, and here it is. Yeah. I don't really have much utility for a slingshot, but as a kid I actually never like had like a legit one. And this one is actually...
That one's really well made, dude.
Yeah.
Just keep this out of the sun, dude, and you're good.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get cracked.
That'll get cracked and need to be replaced at some point.
I know, we should have took that out with us somewhere. We had so much fun and had to make some fun cuts.
Yeah, exactly. This would be sick to shoot, dude.
We could shoot out this video. Give it a few cardboard with a rock or two, maybe a window.
Yeah.
So moving on, I have these
Maybe a window.
random Desert Eagle airsoft guns. Not much to be said about them. They were a
Let's
gift
just put
from
those back
someone
in the
who
box.
didn't want them. Yeah, I mean, I'd
I'm
rather.
joking. Just throw one out.
Oh yeah, we'll put one right
There you
there. Enough said. Just cool airsoft BB gun. Doesn't really get too much love. Then some of
we
these
got?
things moving forward are from a prop studio that I had the privilege of going through.
Prop
And
studio.
one of them is this really cool sword.
Have we not thrown this yet?
I don't want to throw this one actually. It's
It
wobbly.
looks too wobs, huh?
Yeah, it's more of like
Show.
a decorative piece.
Yeah.
But what's cool is it says right here on this barcode Nickelodeon set dressing. And everything has this cool barcode of how they labeled it. So when people go there for their films, they can see their inventory of what props they have. So that's one of those cool pieces. And there's a couple other cool little swords. Most of them are in the house, but here are some like other prop ones that are like rubbery. So these are just like cool
Those are
decorative
like the ones
pieces
that
as well.
stabbed Caesar, man. Jeez.
Yeah. So they're just cool little guys, you know?
Yeah, we could like stab each other with these.
Yeah, it's
okay,
good
I gotta
for,
make it look like fake.
you gotta go the armpit one. That's like the most classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then this is a Sureflight 14-inch.
I did not notice you broke the tip on that. That's why we
Yeah.
haven't seen it this weekend, huh?
Yeah, this one is retired. I actually found this one at the
Yeah.
throwing range looking
I bet
for
it's that
another
homie
knife.
that we've met.
Probably, yeah. A lot of people.
Shout out Carlos.
Yeah, shout out
If
Carlos.
that's yours, you can have it.
Whoa.
Just kidding. I can't.
This
give
guy giving
his
away my
things.
things.
It's not yours, Carlos. It's not
Yeah.
painted.
I mean, there's so many people who throw this knife
Yeah.
at the range. You can
There's
tell
so
like
many.
people see someone throwing there and they go buy the same ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just a longer version of this. You're gonna get all the perks and drawbacks of these, and you can just throw farther. Really, that's about the only difference.
Also, for the record, finders keepers though, man. You can't go back.
Yeah, I mean, this thing was abandoned.
Yeah.
And now it's snapped, so I don't really use it. But
Yeah.
if I ever can sand it down, if I have the time, I would
Yeah,
just make
if
it
you have
a 11-inch or 13.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have the space to take off a lot on that.
Next, we have these Prop Studio laser guns of sorts, super random.
Grappling guns,
These are like
dude.
prototypes for like, yeah, grappling guns and such. Super fun to see, and they have a trigger, but they don't actually shoot. I think one of them has the capacity to shoot, but yeah, who knows? Just gonna start putting these in
Yeah.
random places.
Just make a pile.
Josh, why don't you talk
Yeah.
about these, your favorite knife?
Which ones?
Oh, these have a really fond spot in my heart. But these are really, these are called
SCZO?
Yeah, SCZO. These are available on Amazon and also very, very cheap. You get that, you know, these come silver, you know, you painted them white or whatever, but these are really good for if you are beginning, but they really are limiting, to be honest. So just know that going into these is that like these are actually harder to throw than, let's say, the Venuses or the you know, the other even cheaper knives, to be honest. So well, actually no, they're in the same price range, honestly, because the Venuses are going for like $22 right now, and these are like $30 or $25 or something like that, where it's like you get limited on only being able to do full spins, which full spins are actually kind of hard with this. You only get limited like on the half spin is pretty much
all I throw.
all you would throw, all I would throw at these, just because these are actually harder to throw like no spin because they have this bump.
Yeah,
which,
and
like,
the
just
10-inch
ruins
is
it.
just, yeah, it's too
Yeah,
small
just
for me.
too small.
But they
just-
do have a nice
rotate.
tip, I'll say that.
Yeah, the tips are great.
They don't fall
When they
out
stick,
too
yeah,
often.
when they stick, they stick.
Put those there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna speed round these ones.
Speed them.
These are just some random gifts.
Tio, truck.
These were a random gift, but they aren't like anything special. They're just like 6-inch, 7-inch, like too
with the-
small to
the
really
coating
have a
on
lot
it.
of fun with. Yeah, it's
wild.
like it's like asphalt. So,
Yeah, the coating on this looks cool. I
It's
bet
like
that's gonna
textured.
shine in it. You know, looks a little pack punched.
Yeah, seriously.
These, oh man, I feel like throwing these would be fun because they're so thin though. They're
Yeah,
so
they're
thin.
tiny, and they have a
They're
live
so
blade
thin.
that's actually scary.
Yeah, like
These
could cut
came with them
things.
as well. These are like
Yeah.
just
Oh, those
some,
are
like,
great.
they're
I
all
like
right.
those.
I mean,
I like those a lot.
they're live blade. They got like a can opener, so it shows you how serious of a weapon it is.
These are exactly like the ones that I like.
Watch that at the end.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
This thing is
yeah.
brutal.
So noted, like he said, with the live edge on these, these can stick even flat. So like if this is the target, this can stick like this.
Yeah.
So, and even like this. So what's cool about this is that you do have like basically more than like 2/3 of this is stickable essentially, because this will stick even upside down, which is great. Is that like this is exactly like that Smith & Wesson that we love to throw.
The silver one.
Yeah, the silver one,
Yeah.
and it's great for gauging distance because you know that if this gets like 2 turns, that's probably perfect for like I think it's a half spin usually. If I can get 2 flips with this, it's usually a great distance. And then one flip is great for if I want to go to do, you know, instinctives or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like. This is a great distance gauger because like you can be way out in the boons if you just are sometimes
if you just hit the log, it's going in.
yeah, if you hit the log, this is going in. So it's a great you know, fun fact for those of you that are watching. Like if you're seeing this, we probably just got to the spot because we just want to know how far the distance is and we don't want to look for too long. Because they're also the perfect size where it's like if it does flick off into the bushes, you know where it goes.
Yeah.
So it allows us to really, because we also can gauge how it sticks in. Those of you that have been throwing axes and knives, you know, like overspin, underspun, you know, and if you know you can get a perfect stick, you know, like that distance right there is probably good for some specific throw you're looking for.
Yeah. Well, I
So, yeah,
never
these
really
These are good.
never really give those some
Yeah.
light of day. They're just like not really
Yeah. Not the
tantalizing
first
to me.
thing you grab.
Yeah. All right, so now we're down to the last piece, which is a great one. Why don't you grab
Last
one too,
piece.
Josh?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
1, 2, 3, boom!
Oh, nice.
Check these out. We have some what is Morningstar
Mace.
maces. Yeah, so these were also from the Prop Studio. These are
This
super
looks like it
cool.
could do some damage.
Yeah, I mean these are pretty spiky, and
Yeah.
I actually swung this at the orange tree and obliterated an orange. It was phenomenal, great feeling.
I don't want to swing this. It feels dangerous.
And I have 3 of them, which is great. So I have 2, and I can actually like break one by like using it, and then still have a complete set for
Oh,
I
nice.
don't know,
There's 3.
something. Yeah, so these are super sick. One of my favorite
So dangerous for
pieces.
even the wielder. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like, cause if that comes down and smacks your hand, ouch. You
it's
know what I
like
mean?
what's great about it is if you're a master
Like-
at it and you're fighting someone and you drop it and they pick it up, they can't even use it. They don't know
Yeah.
like the technique. It's like nunchucks.
Well, it's like you got to keep the motion going.
Yeah.
But like the bounce back is so.
You just can't swing it like
unpredictable.
this because you're gonna. Smack.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
gotta like
Yeah.
lasso it every time.
Yeah. Keep them at that distance.
Yeah,
You know,
keep it
make it
taut.
so it wraps. Because if you have to wrap around.
Wrap
you know,
around. I'm a
figure
wrap
it out.
around.
A wrap around. Get a wrap around.
As long as
Wrap
the
around.
handle is away from your head, or like
Yeah.
it can't hit you. So it's like a safety.
This
Of
thing
how
is a
far.
legit weapon, though. Dude.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the most dangerous out of everything on the friggin' table.
For the user, yeah.
For the user.
All right. Well, anyways, that's our spread right now. We definitely have other stuff, but this is what we took out for this video, just to talk. And you know, I'm sure you're out there. You're a fan of weapons. You're wondering what we do with ours and what we have, and this is kind of like maybe half of if we combined everything.
Not
maybe a
even,
quarter.
dude. It's like what
This is
Brian-
not even any of yours.
None of my stuff
Yeah.
is on here.
This
and,
is.
and not even all of your stuff, right? Is this everything that you have right here?
No,
today?
I mean I still
No.
have all the
Yeah.
weapons inside the house.
Yeah, there's
All
a
like
lot.
the
Yeah, that's
decorative
crazy.
pieces.
Yeah,
But this
the
is all my
decorative ones.
throwing gear besides like a few crappy ones and a case I leave in the bay at my parents. So if I'm ever in town there, I can go throw
Yeah.
if I want to. But anyways, we're gonna cut off there. It's a long video. It's been Josh and Ryan with Danger's Edge, showing you some cool weaponry. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace, everybody. Like
Bye.
and subscribe.